Well, this is looking like a pretty good spot to camp tonight. What I wanted to do tonight was I wanted to do a modern Nessmuk style camp. I'm trying to imagine if Nessmuk were alive today, what kind of camp would he do? What kind of gear would he bring? You know, where would he camp at? So tonight I brought my pack here of stuff that I think that if he were alive today, this is the kind of stuff he would bring. Could be completely wrong, you know, the guy died 130 years ago, so it's hard telling. But he used the most advanced gear that he could find at the time, and he's really the father of lightweight camping. One reason for that is because the guy was only like 5'2" and 120 pounds. But he also wanted to have a great time in the woods. It wasn't supposed to be a chore. It wasn't supposed to be hard. But we'll talk a little bit more about that as we go on. Let me get this pack out here. Let me get it broke open and show you what I got. Okay, starting off with the pack here. This is a GoRuck GR2. I bought this used on eBay simply because I didn't want to spend that much money on a brand new one. I was able to get this at a decent price. So I've heard a lot of great things about the GoRuck, about how comfortable it is. And I got to tell you, I've taken it on a few hikes and it really is comfortable. I may end up buying a brand new one just because I do love it so much. You know, I'm more of the traditional kind. I like to use canvas, waxed canvas bags and things like that. But this bag is pretty awesome. Let's go ahead and open it up here. Now, the first thing I got here is Woodcraft by Nessmuk. This book was originally written in, I believe, 1884. This one here was printed in 1918. It's the 13th edition. I got this off of eBay as well. It's in great shape for being over 100 years old. But one thing I want to talk about here, let me go to the first page. And it's the most important part of this book, is the first thing he writes about. And it says, "It does not need that Herbert Spencer should cross the ocean to tell us that we are an overworked nation, that our hair turns gray 10 years earlier than the Englishman's, or that we have somewhat too much of the gospel of work." And really what that's telling me is everybody in America is overworked at this particular time, and I don't think that's really changed here in 2020. But from reading this book, and the first thing he talks about is how we're overworked. He comes out into the woods to enjoy himself. He wants to make it as smooth as possible. You know, he also talks about in this book, just a few pages in, you know, we do not come into the woods to rough it, we come to smooth it. So whenever I was building this kit, I really had to take that in consideration. There's not much bushcraft going on in this pack, but I'm trying to put myself in Nessmuk's frame of mind in 2020. So first off, let's talk about what we're going to sleep with. Kings Peak 2 backpacker's tent. I want to say, I can't remember, it said somewhere that this weighs almost 3 pounds, 3.5 pounds, something like that. I haven't used this yet. Tonight will be my first time using it, but it fit in the pack very well, so I'm going to use that. Now I also have a Climate Static V sleeping pad and the Climate pillow. I have my cotton shamag, twin size wool blanket, and a grill. Again, we're thinking about comfort, we're thinking about convenience, so that's what we're doing here. I imagine if he were around, he'd be using this right here. Alright, as far as food, I have some Old Mills turkey chili with beans and Southwest style chicken with rice. I got some beef jerky right here and some Pop-Tarts. So let's put this back in here. What's great about these are you just add water, throw the packet in there, it heats itself, it comes with a spoon, it comes with salt and pepper, no fire needed. Alright, let's go to this next compartment here. And I really love this pack because not only is it comfortable, is it heavy duty, but it's got a lot of pockets in it. Now of course I have my container. I have a cook set here that's got a couple different skillets and pans in it and a butane stove. I may not even use this tonight because I don't have food. I was going to use it to maybe make some coffee. I have some instant coffee in one of these packets somewhere, I'm not sure. But let's open up this one. I have emergency rain poncho, some rappel. I have some utensils here. Of course, my Baco Laplander, lead lenser light, and my headlamp. I have a ferro rod and some mini inferno. That's for when it rains. I have spare batteries for the headlamp itself. Let's see, my flint and steel kit. And this one right here. In his book, he talks a lot about how he uses matches to start a fire. I have no doubt that if he were around today, he would use a Bic lighter. Now, in these pockets here, which I think this one right here was especially made for a Sunto. It almost fits too good. You can't get it out. But he also has a part in the book where he talks about navigation. You know, he understood, you know, back then, even more so now, we have phones that can navigate, can tell us wherever we're at and where we're going. But back then they didn't have that. So I have my Ride in the Rain, my all-weather pin, and my Sunto MC2. You know, he talks a lot about, you know, getting turned around in the woods and how important it is to know where you are at all times and where you're going. Because that's probably the most important skill to have when it comes to survival. If you know where you are at all times and where you're going at all times, you never have to be in a situation where you need to survive and be rescued. This is just my hygiene pocket here. I got toothbrush, toothpaste, deodorant, got some wipes. Let me see, I got all kinds of stuff in here. Now, let me go back to this. Nessmuk was not known for his hygiene. He talks about making punky dope, or I think that's what it was called. I can't remember. I don't want to look through the book right now. But he made this stuff that he put all over his body that would repel the bugs. And he talks about leaving them on there for weeks at a time. So, but I'm looking at this just from an overnight standpoint. If Nessmuk were to do just a one overnight, what would he bring? And I got wipes so I can take me a trucker's bath. In this pocket here I have some bank line, 550 paracord, Swiss Army knife. He talks a lot about a double-bladed pocket knife, but I think he would like having these extra tools here. But anyways, that's enough jabbering about gear. Let's go ahead and get camp set up. Alright, I do have a cover for this. It's inside there right now. But I'm not going to put that on until right before I go to bed because it's not supposed to rain anytime soon. But I'll put it on there just in case it does decide to pour on me while I'm sleeping tonight. But it only took a few minutes to get this set up. Probably 5 minutes total with the tent, the sleeping pad, and the pillow. But at this point, 5 minutes in, I am ready to smooth it. Oh, get out of here. Go. All right. All right, man, that's what I'm talking about. Whew. Now, I know in his book he talks a lot about a shanty tent, but I think in the year 2020, and especially during the summer, he would probably bring something like this. Just a couple pound backpacker's tent. This isn't like a super high quality one. You know, this one I believe only cost me like $70, but they do have some that go all the way up to $300–400. And so, you know, it all depends on your budget. Nessmuk talks a lot about what he pays for things too. You know, He talks about exactly how much it costs for him to get his knife or his axe made, and he was real conscious about how much he spent. You know, he was the common man, as in get the best equipment that you can afford. So I think he would be happy spending $70 on this and carrying it around. But this thing's pretty sweet. It's got plenty of room in here. Got a little thing right here for me to hang my light. Yeah, this is how we smooth it. But anyways, I weighed this pack on my fish scale before I left, and it was 22.5 pounds. Nessmuk talks a lot about 25, 26 pounds. He always tried to keep his pack below 25 pounds. So I accomplished that goal, and I have pretty much everything I need for a night. Okay, there's a couple of things that I forgot to talk to you guys about earlier. One, this is just a summer camp. You know, I think I might throw in the title Summer Edition, and then maybe in the winter time we'll do a winter edition, what I think Nessmuk would do during the winter time. But for now, as you can see, there's not much to it. I may not even start a fire tonight just because I don't think I really need one. The mosquitoes, for the most part, aren't too bad. You know, I got some spray on me that seems to be doing very well. I'm not going to use a fire to cook tonight, so I don't think I'm going to start one. But the other thing I wanted to talk to you about was an axe. I didn't mention anything about an axe earlier because I didn't bring one. But this was the kind of axe that Nessmuk would use. A double bit axe. As you can see, there's the knife he would use. And then the double bladed pocket knife. As time's gone on, personally, I've used an axe less and less, especially during the summertime. A folding saw can do pretty much anything you need it to in the summertime. You don't need to chop down big trees in the summertime, or, you know, dead standing trees, or cut up things like that to keep warm. You just need it for small tasks in the summertime. So he would probably carry around a Baco Laplander or a silky saw or something like that. And personally, I'm not a big fan of the double bit axe just because they're not versatile enough. I like having a side of the axe that I can use to pound steaks and things like that. Alright, it's time to eat. I got these O-Mills here, Southwest style chicken with rice. Now I want to talk a little bit real quick about this grill. In his book here, he talks a lot about cost of items as far as worth. To me, it is worth it. This is a little bit pricey, but it is very convenient. You can also save quite a bit of money and get a Sawyer, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, a Sawyer filtration system, but it's not as convenient as this. It does last longer. You can filter like 300,000 gallons, but you know, this one only does like 65 gallons, but you'll have fresh water in 8 seconds. That's what I love about this. But anyways, these O-Mills. Got your heating pad there, your food, your spoon. So basically, put this in there. There's a fill line right there, so we're going to fill this up to that line. A little bit more. And you can use any water. You don't have to use this filtered water. You can go over to the puddle and put that kind of water in. It doesn't matter. But I have this right here. I'm going to use it. Let's see here. Tear to open. And you just drop this in there. There's a chemical reaction. And in about 3 to 5 minutes, it'll be good to eat. And while that's heating up, you know, I don't know if I want to start like a challenge. You know, there's a lot of challenges that go around in the bushcraft community. But I'd just like to see some other guys' interpretation of what Nessmuk would use. My idea of what he would bring to camp could be totally different than yours. But there is a couple of guys that I want to, I guess, challenge. I'd like to see their interpretation of what they think Nessmuk would bring, and that is Jess from Endurance Room. I know he's a busy guy already dealing with challenges and things like that, but if he could squeeze that in there, I'd love to see it. And also my buddy Andrew Heath. He's an instructor at the Pathfinder School. I'd love to see his version. He hasn't came out with a video in a while. I know he's a busy man as well, but you know, maybe this would be a good one to bring him back. So Jess from Endurance Room and Andrew Heath, if you guys feel like it, if you don't feel like this is a silly challenge, you know, it'd be cool to kind of see your guys' take on a modern Nessmuk camp in 2020. And you know, if there's anybody else that watches me that has your own channel, maybe you'd like to join in on this too. Make a video on it, tag me in it, let me know either through comment on this video or through Instagram. You know, follow me on Instagram. I read all my messages, and just let me know you made a video like this, and I'd love to see it. Okay, it's been about 5 minutes now, so we're going to pull this out. Oh yeah, that's nice and hot. Just rip that open. I'll clean up my mess when I'm done here. I've had these before, and the Southwest style chicken it's delicious. Cheers. Man, that's good stuff. The oatmeals are a little pricey. I think they're like $7 a piece. But you can get some cheaper stuff, you know. Or you can make your own, bring your own camp meals. You can bring some, you know, chicken that doesn't need to be refrigerated, that comes in the packets, or the chicken that comes in the cans. And bring some rice and things like that, and use that butane stove that I have, and make like a Tex-Mex meal, things like that. There's all kinds of camp meals you can make that doesn't require refrigeration. So, but these, I just love how convenient they are. So I bring these a lot. You know, it doesn't really feel like I'm going to be doing an overnighter tonight, because I have to get up really early. I have to be home by like 4:30 in the morning, because we have a bunch of stuff we have to do tomorrow. So I'm going to go to bed early, which will be here soon. It's getting pretty late. It's probably close to 9 o'clock now. I'm going to get to bed early, get up early, so as I'm walking out of here tomorrow in the dark, because it'll still be dark, you know, I'll say goodbye to you guys. But I just wanted to make a quick video. You know, it's been a long time since I've done an overnighter. It's been like a month. You know, I put out a couple videos here and there. You know, I did the 1 stick fire challenge, and I did a live stream. But I really needed to get back out here and do an overnighter. So I just love it. It's just therapeutic for me. Okay, since I'm getting ready to go to bed, I went ahead and put the top on here. And before I go any further, I'm not sponsored by anybody. Nobody knows who I am, so I'm not sponsored. I paid for this with my own money. I got most of this stuff from Academy, because that's the only really outdoorsy type place within a decent drive of my house. So I bought this with my own money. But I'll tell you one thing I like about this already is, if you don't have enough room inside there, you can put your bag on the outside here, zip this up, and it'll stay out of the rain, and you'll have more room inside the tent itself for you. But you can put your bag right out there, and it'll stay dry. It'll be on the ground, but at least it'll be out of the rain. For those of you that have been following along on my weight loss journey, I'm down about 45 pounds. I was getting close to 50 pounds down, but the last week I've ate a bunch of junk. What I've noticed is my trend is I'll go 2 or 3 weeks of eating really clean and doing a really good job, and I'll lose weight, and then there'll be like a week straight where I eat a bunch of crap. But the bottom line is, each month I am getting lighter and lighter. One thing that I've noticed over the past 6 months or so of me losing weight is that my legs are pretty chiseled now. You know, my face, I've lost a lot of weight in my face. My shoulders and my arms look a lot better. This part right here is the last to go. I can't seem to get rid of this stuff right here, but it will happen. You know, you lose weight kind of like this. You start from the top of the bottom and it works its way to the middle, but I'll get there. You know, I've drove a truck for 10 years, and over those 10 years I gained a lot of weight. And over the past 1.5 years, well, really just the past 6 months, I've really been trying to lose some weight. And there's many reasons for that. One, because I'm in my 30s now, and I know that if I don't get in shape now, I'm not going to. And I want to be around for a while. And the other thing, the main motivation is I'm in the instructor program at the Pathfinder School. I need to be in better shape. If I'm going to get through the advanced class here in about 6 weeks, I'm going to need to be in better shape. So those classes are not easy. They're as close to a real survival situation as they can legally put you in. And you need to be mentally strong, you need to be physically strong, and that's my main motivation. So for those of you that have been following along, you know, your words of encouragement have really helped, so I appreciate it. I know I got a long way to go. I want to lose another 25 pounds or so to get back down to my pre-trucker weight. Well, really I only got about another 15 pounds to go till I get to my pre-trucker weight, but I want to be in the best shape possible. So anyways, enough jabbering. I think I'm gonna get ready to settle down for the night and relax. You know, I'm kind of liking this whole Nessmuk taking it easy type deal. You know, not a whole lot of work has gone into this camp. Hardest thing I've had to deal with is the sun, which if you guys know me, you know I don't do very well in the heat. As soon as that sun hits my skin, I just... So, but anyways, enough jabbering about that. I'm gonna relax for a few minutes and I'll be right back with you. Oh. All right. Get these boots off. I'm thinking I might just leave that open there. Let some air get through here. And then if it does start to rain, it'll only take me a few seconds to flip that back down. All right. But I'm going to read a little bit more of this book again. And then get a little bit of sleep, and then I got to get up early in the morning. So I'll see you here in a few hours. Man. Whew, this is nice. I may not even want to read. I just want to totally relax. Alright, so it's 2:49 right now. I originally didn't want to get up until 3:30. I figured if I got up at 3:30, I could get everything packed up, hike out of here, and then be home by 4:30. But I figure since I'm up already, I might as well have just packed everything and head home, and I may be able to get about a half an hour nap or so before we have to take off. But like always, guys, I want to thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. It was something a little different. It was kind of a hypothetical video, you know, what would Nessmuk do, if you will. But if you enjoyed this, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And once you do that, hit all notifications so you'll get a message saying that I came out with another video. But until then, guys, take care, and I'll see y'all in the next one.